Well, children, where there is so much racket, there must be something out of kilter.
Sojurner Truth was a truth teller. She spoke truth knowing that it might make people uncomfortable, but that these truths must be spoken.
When I think about what it means to say, "Ain't I a woman?" it is commanding the respect we deserve.
She was challenging them to see her not simply as another woman, but as a Black woman, to acknowledge her Blackness, because it was just as important as her womanhood.
In today's political climate, there has not been full recognition of the contributions of Black women to the building of our democracy.
Our voices are not being included in a real way in the mainstream media movement that has happened. Even the Women's March, it's like, keeping it real, sisters ain't coming out here in pussy hats, okay? Like, we're just not doing it.
Transgender women of color, I think, have a really close relationship with the broader feminist movement because it's really about who has agency and control over one's own body.
Black women are still carrying women's rights, human rights, equal rights. Really, just as my grandmother used to say, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Her response to really patriarchy, her response to sexism, and her response to white racism really allows for this movement, Black feminists, to have a foundation that brings us to have the hardest and most courageous conversations.
It's time out for you ignoring us. It's time out for invisibility. It no longer works for us. It didn't work for us then, and it certainly doesn't work for us now.
And those words she spoke were the words of representing all of the women who could not be in that room, but whose voices needed to be heard in that room.
If the first woman God ever made was able to turn the world upside down all alone, these women together ought to be able to turn it back and get it right side up again.
Ain't I a woman?
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 Ain't I a woman?